Yeah. Let me fix this rat man I call my hair. Yeah, I was doing sound and stuff. You wouldn't even, God bless. Forget this strap. Freeze it. Rest his head on a pillow made of concrete. Yeah, again. You know, I was having problems with my sound. I was like, oh boy, that didn't just fucking happen. Uh, any other time, if I wanted to hit one freaking button, there we go. Wow, isn't that great? Yeah, that's great. That's great. How's everybody doing out there? It's great. We're getting ready to go do some camping. G-May's coming up later tonight. Just all kinds of crazy, groovy stuff going on. Got a new guitar, everybody. I know. I like y'all like. Wow. It's about time Paul Vault got a new guitar. I was thinking the same thing. I wished I had a new guitar. I wasn't really wishing that. We're 4 minutes in. I think they say wait at least 10 seconds before you say fuck. But I was like, wow. Is that a Charbel? It sure looked like a Charbel. Looked like a Charbel body. I was like, that looks like a Charbel body right there. Rolled the dice on it. Cause y'all seen the guitar I just had in my hand. And so I had to make sure I didn't get another one that looked just like that one. But I think I'm going to just give up on the bullshit. I was going to get some black keys for this. I probably should get some black keys for the head, And I redid the whole headstock yesterday. And see, it's woo. Hello, Michael Songs. Hello, Justin. Hello, Pookie. Hello, Dave. Hello, Ana. Hello, Dustin. Hello, Birdfinger. It's but I had to. The thing was is see, I'm gonna check this out. So it was $75, right? And yeah, it's $75. And see, in those single coil slots, it has two what we call humbuckers, which means like 2 rows of pickups. That's a fancy word for humbucker. See, so this is a humbucker down here. So when people say humbucker, they mean 2 independent pickups working usually as one, but you can split and tap it and use it, which I have loved this configuration when you can split a humbucker and use it as top or bottom or both. But this one right here is only supposed to have one. This one's supposed to have one, but it has a replacement of two, two little ones. So it has humbuckers in its single slot positions. Oh, now I was thinking about making a pole vault signature series out of it. I was going to make a Richard Hertz signature series. Richard Hertz is a good friend of mine. So I just call him Dick Hertz. Dick Hertz is like really a great guitarist of a band called Lead Leopard. Really cool guy. But anyhow, so I paid, this was up for $75. It had been rerouted into the Floyd Rose. This is what we call a Floyd Rose pickup right here. And I got the strings taped because I pulled them off while painting on it and pulling everything out. And I put the new handle on because I keep tremolo handles sitting around my studio like trash because I lose them so often. But I put some neoprene right down here. See this? It's foamy. It's foamy, pushy. You can push, and that is for when you pull up on the strings or dive. It's going to kill the sound and also keep it from hitting the wood. It has like really cool knobs on it. See the knobs? Ooh, the knobs. Knobby. But I'm not a big fan of the chrome plate around it. But I may just put chrome keys on it. I had chrome keys on it. It was working. I've actually already made one pole vault song off of this guitar. Woo. And the back had white plate covers on it. And now you can see it doesn't. It doesn't have the white plate covers. It also was not lined up with the Floyd Rose springs, which didn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, but I did it anyways. And so there's the black back plates on it now. And I guess I should have known because this was totally a rookie move. I was very medicated the day I bought this. I was very high on all kinds of stuff to try to get over my kidneys. And right here, this is what we would call an Ibanez neck configuration. I should have known that. I don't know why I'm out of my mind. I just saw the front, and the front matched a Charvel configuration, which I was hoping that it would be a Charvel, or it could have been, at the worst, it was going to be a Kramer. I'm like, a Kramer? Okay, a Charvel or a Kramer. But I will tell you that it is a Ibanez 540. And everybody's like, oh, an Ibanez 540. An Ibanez 540. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's an Ibanez 540. But it's a Ibanez 540 with a Kramer neck on it. And a Floyd Rose routed in to possibly a Kaler position. Hertz is a great in Lead Leopard. He is I do have a situation with that whole situation. I've done something horrible, and And since this is too much information, I will go on this. And people are going to be like, I cannot believe you, pole vault. And I will leave names out to protect the innocent. Okay. So a friend of mine, which everybody here knows, actually got on a live the other day and was like, bam, this person that has like fucking like 47,000 subscriptions and all these like 10,000 views on it, like all the videos. And she's a very, very young, attractive lady. Well, she's not real. And I guess I should not find this humorous, but I do. I really do. I find it. And I don't even know. Yeah. So, Justine, if you were wondering why I was being a nutcase, it was. But I want y'all also to know I've been on some very heavy medications this week, so um, it was kind of crazy. Uh, so I in my mind I'm like, okay, wow, that's crazy because another one of my friends pointed out this is not a woman, and it's not even a young person. It's a very older gentleman that he doesn't have 1,000 views. I mean, 1,000 subscribers on his normal site, and this person is actually charted on top billboards, this AI creation. And like I said, I shouldn't find the whole thing humorous, but I really do. And I guess I'm just going to throw myself into the pit of fire today. I am from Texas, as some of you know, and I do have some family that is, I would say, let's say a nice name would be country folk. Yeah, I bet y'all couldn't. I bet y'all couldn't tell I was country folk. But yeah, we some people around the world would call them hillbillies, and some people call them cowboys, whatever. Um, and they actually do have ranches and stuff, so they would be cowboys. But I'm gonna tell you, they'll be like, "That's Dugan McLean," and they'll be listening to this AI. They'll be listening to this AI music, knowingly the music is like, well, you came into my life, couldn't do without you till you were my wife. But it's in the AI blah blah blah, where what it is they're taking, like, AI takes a few voices and blends it together to come up with like a, you know, they'll push it whichever way on the gender of whatever person they're wanting to sing. And so I'll be like, hey, you're listening to AI. Hey, AI, that's McDougan. No, it's AI. It's a machine. A machine made that. It's coming out of the radio. Fool, of course it's a machine. I know that's not McDougan sitting there singing to me. No. You don't understand. There is no McDougan. You are listening to a computer. Yeah, Dustin, I have got to come up. I think that's my new band, McDougan. McDougan. It's got Kenneth McDougan as the singer, but the whole band together is still McDougan. because Kenneth is really like the boss man of McDougan. Kenneth McDougan. But anyways, I'm just like, wow, okay. Yes, it does, and like I said, Justine, it should. If I was a normal person with a normal mentality, I'd have been like, well, that was very interesting, and I sure wouldn't have went and looked and all this other shit. And I'm just like, okay. So what does pole vault do? Because I'm an idiot. Well, there's this band called Lead Leopard. Lead Leopard. And YouTube hates Lead Leopard, okay? Hates Lead Leopard. You can look all over and try to do a search for Lead Leopard, and you will see these crazy bands I've never heard of. One was called Led Zeppelin, and the other one's called Def Leppard, but they will not put up Leopard. Okay? They will not put up Lead Leopard. And why I'm even going into this is because, like I said, I'm totally insane. So I go in and I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the same thing, and it's just gonna be like a joke because some people will say that it's hard work. Okay, and it may be hard work. I think there's different skill set levels for different people. Okay, it may be hard work for some people. I get you, maybe, but I think I wrote 3 or 4 songs this week. 3 or 4 songs, and you're like, okay, pole vault, where the hell is this going? And where it's going is I feel awful today because I think I wrote one of my best songs and put it into stupid AI. Sexy Bang Bang. God, I cannot get that song out of my head. It goes sexy bang bang, poontang. No, I'm gonna sexy bang bang your poontang. That right there, some lyrics you can hang your hat on. And then it goes, smear my love all over your face. I need a sandwich. Sexy bang bang, your poontang. And I'm just like, wow, dude. Did you just write one of the catchiest songs that you've ever made in your life? And just totally throw it away on some shit. Of course, but see, here's the thing. Um, some people may know this, but I frequent another. I like to call them projects, not bands. But there's another project I have called the Devil's Nipple, and the Devil's Nipple. I knew y'all would think that was funny. Feel my pain. So, the Devil's Nipple. To tell you the truth, if if I really felt like it, I would dissolve the Devil's Nipple, but the Devil's Nipple is already copywritten and published one album. So there's no way that Pole Vault could take that back in. But I would and could and will and have, because I think Pole Vault could totally take in any kind of Devil's Nipple stuff and even publish it, because the only person that would be objectionable to that would be the entity, the Devil's Nipple, would have to press like copyright stuff onto Pole Vault. So and plus, at the end of the day, because of the way things are or have gotten, I have to put my real name on as the writer of the music of Devil's Nipple and Pole Vault. So I'm getting ready to finish my 20th album with Pole Vault. And I'm always putting in weird shit. I thought about like this one's called Ancient Intelligence, but since it's the 20th album, I was like, okay, that in like Roman numerals, that's two X's. What am I gonna do? Oh, I could put two X's in something's eyes, and like, it would be 20. But and I'm getting ready fixing. If you ever wondered if I'm a hillbilly, I'm fixing to like get ready to finish up this album. But there you go. And I'll tell you another thing. Another thing that the last song by my last song by Led Leopard was was something like "My Love Is in Your Hand." My love is in your hands, and it's about getting a hand job in the back of a Trans Am because Led Leopard loves Trans Ams, and plus the whole thing is a cut. And like I said, I've been really high this week, so I do crazy stuff. But back in the '80s, I don't know how old everybody is, but back in the late '80s, every song that came out was almost pornographic. But nobody knew this. And believe me, Sunshine is not a big fan of Led Leopard. But I'm like, listen, you don't care when you're listening to Led Zeppelin, where he's like, squeeze my lemon till the juice runs down my leg. Do you think he's talking about lemonade in his lap? What do you think that is? Def Leppard, pour some sugar on me, sticky sweet. What do you think? Do you think what the hell do you think they're talking about? Every song back then was like just like I said, it was like filthy pornographic, like sexual content, 80s music. But we didn't know it. I didn't know it. I mean, I'm still finding out some of these handies in the back seat of a Trans Am. Yes, Dustin. And the thing is, and you think about an 80s hair band, what car would they be driving? A Trans Am. Okay? A Trans Am. And believe me, y'all will love that I will make fun of myself sooner or later, because there probably will be one about something like Old Spice cologne or something. You know, get in the back seat. I used a half bottle of Dracar. You know, but oh wait, you guys, and it just comes to me, man. The last one of the songs I wrote was how songs just come to me, and it was like all I need is six strings and a bag of dirt weed, some cheap whiskey, and a dirty chick. It's like, there you go. Writing itself. Writing itself. But it was a song about it just coming. What you're saying, Def Leppard wasn't singing about making pancakes? Has my whole life been a lie? It could be, Michael. It could be. No, I got it. It's Matt. And it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. But did you know it was back in the '80s when someone told me that Freddie Mercury was gay, and I'm like, he is not. Not like it matters. But how did I not know that? And then you listen to these songs, like and Rob Halford and all this, and Pete Townsend from the Who. I was running around singing, rough boys out on the street, come over here, I want to kiss you. And I'm like, what? I don't know. What's he? No, this is what's Pete Townsend doing? I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's always crazy. And so uh uh at the request of one of the fans, they requested that Led Leppard not make a love song, and that was why they wrote the song about writing songs in their Trans Am. That was called "All I Need Is Six Strings and Dirtweed." Which, hey, if anybody remembers, now Justine's probably always had like primo weed and stuff, but me back in the 80s, they had, well, uh, and it's pole vault time. And you know what? The hell of it was is I didn't have Trans Ams. I had Camaros. I had a 67 Camaro. But the the okay, so Justine grew it. Well, here's the thing, Justine, the laws were always been really, really, really bad here in Texas, but they're not as bad now. And back in the 80s, they used to put it in a burlap sack, okay, or like a potato sack or like an onion sack. Most usually an onion sack, like that freaking shitty stuff. Then they would run a diesel truck over it. Okay, it was shitty weed to start with. Then they'd run a diesel truck over it and they would press it down. Then they'd fold that over and then press it down and then fold that over and press it down until it was just this smashed shit. Okay, that had enough seeds in it that you could plant a farm, and then freaking and they were like it was like horrible. It tasted like hell, and yeah, and it's so we called it brickweed also, or dirt weed. And it was just really, really, really bad. And and people would actually be like, "Oh, I got some brickweed, but at least it's not homegrown." Oh, homegrown. And now we're like, dude, you got some homegrown. That's the badass shit. But anyways, and half the time it would give you a headache, okay? And I can tell you, I think that I actually let's see, I probably okay, I used to drink hams, but I would say I countless times when I was a teenager, I drank Budweiser and smoked brick weed. And we were all happy to do it. Dude, we're going over to Sam's house this weekend, man. Everybody go, and everybody had that one cool friend, that had parents that didn't care. They were like, "Listen, you boys and ladies, as long as you are like drinking, Budweiser is number one." And J Dub knows Sam and Paul. They had the cool dad that was like, "If you boys are drinking and smoking that grass, I'm gonna need about a 6-pack for y'all to be hanging out here." And so we could, and it was really kind of cool because they wanted us like at their house smoking and drinking instead of on the streets, which is kind of a intelligent move. It's bad because I guess you don't want to, like, you know be like, "Hey kids, smoke and drink," but at the same time you're like, "I don't want you out on the streets driving around smoking and drinking because you got no place to smoke and drink." So you go out to where they're doing construction and you build a big bonfire and y'all all hang out there and smoke and drink like we did. Um, that that's that's where you went. That's where all the chicks were, man. How did we even know? It's like someone like back I don't that's why they don't breed too much on the internet now, because like back then we like actually were like beep 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 beep. We didn't have phones or anything. We were like, hey, are they out there at the lake, down at the party village, Party Cove? There's still a place here called the Party Cove. I was the weird sober kid, drinking coffee and eating French fries and corn muffins while everyone else was getting high around me. But you know what, Michael? We love you, man. We love you. Because you know why? You know why? We used to have a drummer, Paul, and he didn't smoke or drink or anything. And he was the funniest one of all of us. And we didn't do that peer pressure thing where we're like, hey, you got to smoke or drink to be cool. We were like, you don't smoke, you don't drink? Badass. That means you can drive us around while we're smoking and drinking. And because we weren't like that. We weren't a pure peer pressure group, which made us a little weird. We were a weird crew because we didn't care if you were like what we called a jock, which is weird that we would say these stupid things back then, or a preppy, or a freak, or a roper. A roper was a cowboy kind of person, and a freak was someone who would listen to rock and roll music and smoke marijuana. Preppy was the kind of nerd kid that wore the Izod shirts, and the jocks were the ones who did sports. It never occurred to anybody back then, why do I have to be in a group? And why can't we all hang out and party together? Oh wait, you don't drink? You don't smoke? Well, why can't you still come over and listen to me while I'm high and drunk tell dirty jokes? you know? What the hell? Let's see. I'm gonna get in here and fix this. Get in here and fix this. But I mean, and it was, and we loved hanging out with sober people. We did. Now, I mean, I can't imagine hanging. I can't. But I will tell you this: when I was drunk, I really hated. I really hated hanging out with like. When I'm sober, I hate hanging out with drunk people. I can hang out with I can hang out with stoned people when I'm sober, but I have a very hard time hanging out with really drunk people when I'm sober. And it's because they don't listen to any kind of like like knowledge. Like you're like, hey man, don't put your hand on the oven, it's hot. Fuck you. Fuck yeah. I put my hand on the oven right now. Look, it's not hot. And then they pick up their hand and it's got no skin on it. See? I told you. You think you know everything. Where'd all the skin on my hand go? Yeah. And then they sober up and the next day and they're like, why'd you let me do that, dude? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, man. Hey. Hey, Tone. We're just we're doing pro lurker, and you know what? And I talk about that. That's another thing. A bunch of people lurk. I'm gonna tell you one of the pro lurker is Sunshine Archer. I'm gonna tell you right now, Sunshine Archer watches like everybody's stuff, and she's like, she feels the need to have to do it. You know, I'll be like laying in bed and she'll be like, you know, you remember on Justine's? And I'll be like, I was mowing the yard when Justine was on. Yeah, I did. I know. But, while you were asleep, I watched Justine and I watched, and see, there's just, sometimes life happens. And here's another thing. Oh my God. Just too much overload today of TMI. But I'm on the verge of having to go and give everybody a heart smiley face on the comments. And I've always prided myself in commenting back to people when they comment on my videos and stuff. But I have so many, and I'm so far behind that I may have to just heart everybody's comment. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. I got some stuff. Let's see. What is? Although I did get a license till I was like 30, so I was not a designated driver, but I did fill everybody in on actually what happened whenever there were debates about who said or did what. Okay, let's go to Michael. Dude, let's see. Yeah, when you don't want your drunk friends to carry your drunk ass into the house, they might drop you. Yeah, they do that. They do that. And here's the thing. That would be crazy. You know that's crazy. Like, hey, let's go to Michael. Uh you pinched my girlfriend's ass. No, I didn't, dude. I would never do that to you. I would never disrespect you or Samantha that way. Yeah, you did. Oh wow. What is that? What? Oh. Wow. What are you asking? Why would someone do this? Yes, the car is still available on the July 4th. On July 4th, yes, the car is still for sale on July 4th. Would you like to come over on the holiday and look at the goddamn car? Because we know you're not going to show up on Facebook Marketplace. We know you're not going to show up. I should have said you got the money and you give it to me and leave. Going, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? They keep messing with me. And I will wait for them to come look at the car and I will go and fart in the car. What am I asking on the car, J Dub? I'm asking that you don't try to buy it on July 4th. Oh no, man! Look, dude. I told you, dude. You want the car, dude? We'll give you a family deal on it. I'm talking about, we'll sell it to y'all for half of what we're trying to sell it for. Um, and the thing is it's not that we're asking too much for the car. It's because it's Sunshine's car, okay, and and she's selling it to people on Facebook. So what you got is you got Facebook people and Sunshine trying to meet up to sell a car. She's been trying to sell that car for like 2 or 3 months. So many people have wanted to buy the car so awfully bad, but she can't meet up with them and they can't meet up with her. And it is a cluster. Fuck. I would have went to sell that car. I would have sold it 2 days tops. 2 days. I said, are you coming to get the effing car? No? Then quit freaking messaging me. Blocked. Oh, Facebook Marketplace is like, I told somebody the other day, and I think it may be about what you're going to sell. There you go. Kurt sold my Saturn on Facebook Marketplace for $500 and used it for our wedding. That's nice. Uh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, 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 there you go. There you go. Well, and here's the thing. Okay, and I said this, and I know I offended some. I've been just on this, and I think it's because like the painkillers make me not give a fuck, or maybe it's like truth serum or something. But check this out. So I told somebody, oh yeah, it was in the email, and it was highly offensive. I was like, yes, relying on musicians, um, and on Facebook is like teaching Helen Keller algebra. And I said, you know what? That would be offensive to said musicians if they knew who Helen Keller was or algebra was. I have heard some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life selling guitars on Facebook. Hey, dude. Hey, how much you want for that guitar? Cause I definitely want it. Uh, it's like a $600-700 guitar. I'll sell it to you for $200. Oh, dude, so I really want it. Just make sure don't sell it, okay? Sure. When are you coming and getting it? Well, is there any way you could bring it to me? No, I said straight up, I do not deliver. Okay, I said that. I said I don't deliver. There's a reason, because there's a bunch of flaky fucks out there, and I'm not going to drive my car around all day and look for someone that's probably not even there. Oh no, I'm here. Yeah, I'm still not going to deliver it. Okay. Well, I definitely want to get it. I'm gonna have to find a way to get to you. So, so my aunt, she hasn't been feeling well, and I think she may pass any day. And I know I'm in her will. And when I get that money, I am coming to buy that guitar. So, can you just hold that for me? Because I definitely want it. Reported to the UK police. They know me over there, Valerie. Valerie's doing stuff. Valerie's doing stuff. So she's on a different. It's probably like, it's probably like late at night there, and she's walking all around. Uh, 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 JW sold that Chipson. I'd rather see your Chipson. Uh, we get first acts, Glaries. First acts and Glaries for 150. No, I'm gonna tell you the Chipsons are going up. Yeah. Well, I've seen videos on the Chipsons also. I've got two, and nearly everybody I know in Texas, we have a lot of guitars, but I'm gonna tell you, those Chipsons are pretty good. Uh, yeah. It's well, I saw the one video I saw is the guy's like, listen, this Chipson is not going to be any good. I'm going to take a saw to it and saw it in half and show you what trash you're buying. And the guy hated Chipsons. He was like, don't get a Chipson. I hate Chipsons. Do not get one. I'm going to saw this in half and I'm going to show you the poor quality. The guy did everything he could to make the Chipson look bad. And this is on YouTube. And at the end of the video, he was like, I don't care. I don't care. do not buy chips and it's inferior quality. After he proved in some cases they were actually better than the Gibsons. He proved it. And in the comments, everybody was like, I've never seen a better commercial for Chipsons. So the guy actually accomplished the opposite of what he was trying to do. He wanted to make people not buy Chipsons and buy Gibsons. After watching his video, everybody was like, where can I get this? Yeah. And then there's another one. There's so many videos out there where they're like showing that there's some quality Chipsons out there. Matter of fact, there's a lot of rumors that it may be Epiphone employees who were employed by Gibson that are making them from the same factories that they were making the Epiphones from. I digress. What? Let's see. What? Hi, y'all. Still at the Legion for the wake. It's been really lovely, and I got to meet his parents and siblings and David Burke. Well, that's very nice, Valerie. It's been a while since I've been over there. But I was telling Valerie, and she was like confirming it. The UK ain't what it used to be. The UK ain't what it used to be. Last time I went to the UK, when I first started going to the UK 26 years ago, there was a bunch of people that were like, that were like Mr. Smith and Limey Redneck over there. But as the years went past, it was weird, and I would just say, because of the no commentary on this, but just because of the refugee situations in surrounding countries, the demographics of the UK has changed. Was that PC? I think it was. Anyways, like Paris has really changed. Paris really, 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 really changed. Man, these new batteries, y'all ever get these batteries that you charge your phone with and stuff? They take forever to change, man. Yes, the demographics have changed. And I really never thought that it would change over in France. I hope one of my buddies is listening when I say this, because I didn't think anybody would want to live with the French. That's for you, Laurent. That's for you, Laurent. If you're out there listening, and you probably are, they're always so angry. They're always so angry. They're so angry. Why are you so angry? So I'm gonna take 4 Advil. I bet there's no reason for me to be eating, Wes. There's no reason for me to be eating. I have taken enough meds to be a small sandwich. I need a sandwich. After all this, hi, Summer. After all of this, I'm going to this album. After I wind these albums down, I've been talking to Duffy, and we're going to do some. I would like to do some hair metal. And this is something I will tell you, I think it's hard to do hair metal. I think hair metal music is hard to write and play. I think it's a little complex. And if you think about some of the most shredding guitar players of our time, a lot of them were in the hair metal stage. I mean, you know, uh, and not a lot of people are going to admit that, but even the lower end house bands back in the day, it was all about speed and tech. But I will tell you this, about that. And because it's TMI today, I'm just telling way too much TMI stuff. And this will always probably make a few other. I'm just not trying to make people mad. I'm just telling my personal experience. I think Yngwie Malmsteen and I think Joe Satriani are excellent guitar players, freaking top notch. Okay, I really do. They're very technical, and I could not play. You could get them, drop them off of a 5-story building, they could get up and still play guitar way better than I ever will in my life. But on the other hand, I cannot stand to listen to them over like 5-10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, I can enjoy very technical, over technical shredding guitar. But like after 10 minutes of I can still sit there and appreciate the technical of it. It's the blue dye. It is the blue dye, Lord Spike Protein. It is the blue dye. Blue dye I'm allergic to. But like I said, I love the shred, and that's awesome. But one of the things I used to love about Angus Young and AC/DC is, even though Angus can shred and just tear it up, man, right? But sometimes less is more. David Gilmour from this little band called Pink Floyd. I think he's one of the best guitarists that ever played the guitar. He doesn't shred. He plays these smooth, melodic, freaking bendy tones that are legendary. And it's a shame. It's really a shame that I think he's one of the most underrated guitarists of all times. A bunch of guitar players now, we admit that David Gilmour is a freaking genius. But when you're like the best guitarist in the world, and they'll be like, it's Yngwie and this, and just practice and play the guitar every day, you will get it. Are you really kidding me with that, Zach? I've been playing the guitar every day as long as you've been alive. And I'm no better. I'm no better. I've been playing the guitar for at least 43 years. 43 years. I've been playing every day probably for 10. And I'm still as bad as I was 40 years ago, Zach. So there's that. There's always hope. Hey, thanks, Matt. There's always hope. There's always hope. But here's the thing, Zach, I have some problems that will never allow me to play the guitar like you do, or like Sunshine does, because I have problems with my brain, which I know y'all can't see that, but yeah, I got problems with my mind, man. And what it is everybody says, you will hear like so many people say, I'm dyslexic. Oh my goodness, I'm dyslexic. Yeah, it's my dyslexic coming up on me. I don't know my left from my right. I get Tuesdays and Thursdays mixed up because of my mind. They used to say, here's the thing, Pole Vault Jr. If you want to know your left from your right, which hand do you write with? And I would pick up, and this was in first grade, I'd pick up a pen or a pencil and write with my right hand. I'd pick up the pencil and write with my left hand, just the same. And they would be like, oh, that sucks right there, dude. How are you doing that? They're like, you're going to have to pick and it's really weird because the teachers back they didn't understand dyslexia when I was a kid. That is like when dinosaurs were running around, and they would be like, okay, Mr. Pole Vault, you are playing around. They actually thought I was playing around because I could write with both my hands. You're playing around, and listen, you're going to have to pick a hand to write with, and don't pick your left hand. Pick one hand to write with and write with that hand all the time. And it better not be your left hand. So you're going to be right-handed. Okay, which one's my right hand? Okay, stick your fingers up, and whichever one's an L is your left. Okay, listen, did you understand the point where I like dyslexic? Y'all might not know this, but in dyslexic land, those are both L's. Those are both L's. And it doesn't matter which way you turn them. They're both L's. And so, north, south, east, and west, all that, I have no sense of direction. I have one of the reasons why I don't read books is I have no reading comprehension. I can read. But I have, for me to try to understand what I'm reading, if I do not try to understand what I'm reading, I will read it really quick. But if I have to understand what I'm reading, I will read it really slow. And be like, okay, blah, 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 take it in, blah, 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 blah. That's why I wait for the movie. But see, knowing that, I'm getting ready to finish my 20th published album of and it's me on all the instruments on the album except for maybe the flute. Sunshine's on the flute. Um uh yeah. It's so knowing chords. And Valerie was yelling at me the other day. Valerie's like, hey, tell about the chords are just like this. God, do it. Do it. Well, then I have to remember what this is and what the letter of it is. Is this an E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P? What? Why didn't they go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K? Why did they do stupid shit? And why do these chords, this should be an E. Okay. There's an E chord. They should have named them not after letters. They should have named them what they're doing. And then, like the numbers and the letters and all that. So you're like, so how did you learn to play the little bit that you did play? Back in the 80s, they used to have these. And it's really crazy because you had to go to a music store, an underground music store, a really, really underground music store. Because can you see this? It's from like Japan. Okay. And it's this guy, Randy Rhoads, that played for Ozzy Osbourne. Okay. Then it has what we call, it has like music in there, but it also has what we call tablature. So this bottom line right here shows you where to put your fingers on the strings. It shows you 6 strings and then the number to put your hand on. So, and then this is even crazier. We see this all the time now. And one of the things that I used to damn fool, I was a damn fool. One of the things that I used to love, it was from this distributor called Hot Licks. It was called Play It Like It Is, but it actually wasn't. So it showed you ways to play songs that were very, very complicated, but how to cheat play them. Like you know, like some Jimi Hendrix, you know, where he's like, you know, and that's not how you play that. But and I seen some stuff the other day where there used to be VHS tapes where this dude would show you the wrong way to play stuff, and it was like crazy. And there's a song I wrote for my brother. Jay, it's your birthday. All the hot chicks are drunk. Jay, don't get too wasted. You won't get it up. And that was see there's some pole vault classic right there. And you know, I have some like really cool like some cool songs. And one of the things is not knowing yeah, well that's what I do, Zach, because I can't think about all the I can't think about all the chords and stuff. You just have to. And it's just like. Landmine. But the hair metal stuff, you know, that was always like. You know, riffs like that. And see that's hair metal shit right there. You've never heard that before. I've never heard it before. I just played it. There you go. It's gone. Poof, in the ether. That's gone. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's what you say on AOL. Goodbye. But and here's the thing, Zach. And the bands that I was in earlier in my lifetime, I was a singer, but most of the time I played stuff like this, you know. And see, here's the thing. So when you're in high school and stuff, you're playing that Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolls, okay? When you have a lead guitar player, a solo guitar player, and the singer is, which was me, and I would just hit stuff. If you can understand this, being the singer, I was not there to do the, you know, the part that goes, you know. I was over there doing the. Not the. And sometimes I would do the. But here's the cool thing. Us doing that, like three guitar players, if we even got close to each other, when we were doing the we would even get close. Three freaking stack amps freaking playing Metallica all hitting at the same time, it would just shake the freaking studio. And like the young chicks, because we were young dudes, would just be like, oh my God, these guys are hot. They may become big rock stars and make money. And I like money. Y'all ready to come back and bow before King Charles III? Because your king is shit. What? King Charles is a lizard. That's what Diane said. Diane. You know, fucking yeah, and there's so many things wrong with King Charles. There's so many things wrong with King Charles. And here's something that you got to know. This is the thing. You can't be any more patriotic than watching pole vault on July 4th. Guess what? So like my great grandfather. Here's you some July 4th. Yeah. Now watch it, Deep Burrito. We're not going to talk politics. Charles is a lizard, though. Princess Diane said Charles is a lizard. Trump is a descendant of a King John, who they said was a demon. And just for everybody's knowledge, every president, every president, including Barack Obama, are all relatives. And you tell me you think something's going. And here's the thing. you know, it's uh, like Princess Diana came out and was like, they're like, they're like lizards, like the king and queen, like they're lizards and stuff. And yeah, I don't know what that is. And I will tell you another thing. Uh, that 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 his uncle was the one that was in the CIA, and it was the one who got Tesla's papers. But that is it. Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay, but we won't go there. We won't go there. I mean, like I said, because I mean, to even sit there and pretend like we didn't just come from Geritol, you know, we're not going to go there. Not going to go there. Stop it. But anyways, as I was saying, when you back in the 80s, there was a situation where we would where in the metal days we would come together for stuff, and it always had to be like some sacrilegious stuff where it'd be like, and when you would do something like that back in the old days in the band, there was a lot of people who would like, when you come together and play, it would all like I'm going to stop it. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Deep. Wait. Listen. I don't know if you read. I don't know if Deep. Did you read the rules when you came into my chat? I mean, you can't be new to this. Let me go there and see if I can read that to you. Because I've known you for a long time, so I'm trying to let it slide. Let's go take a look at that real quick, because maybe you didn't see it. Let's go look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do there, Dave. Let's go take a look at that. Okay, because some people live it. Some people live it all day and all night. The politics is their life. It's really funny for someone that they hate, and something that they hate so bad, it obsesses them. It's their life. And I suppose that it stems from other psychological problems. Sometimes people have like issues with their family or something where it comes up, but we're going to go over here and take a look. See. Let's see. And customize. Let's see. I'm going to try to see what we have. Yeah, I keep political racism stuff will be struck from my chat forever, without question, forever. Um, let's see. Community. Oh God. Customization settings. And where I put all this shit. Channel, music, add categories. Community and monetization. Let's see. Channel guidelines. No, no personal attacks, bullying, hate speech, or politics. If you can't do this, don't come to my channel. You have a wrench to drop links. That is for your channel and stuff like that. Do not admin. I have admins, Pookie and Camellia. They're my administrative admins. Don't spam. And then the last one, you don't have to like everyone, but you have to get along. If these three things, let's go over that again. No personal attacks, bullying, hate speech, politics. If you have a wrench, you have a wrench to drop links, not admin, don't spam. You don't have to like everyone, but you have to get along. If you cannot do this, don't come here. Don't come here. I don't need you. I don't need you. Let's go over here and take a look at this again. Let's go take a look at this. Okay. I hate to be this way, but I just need to make myself clear because this is how I keep things okay. People that would normally hate each other because of situations. I got 4,550 subscribers. I have 2.5 million views. I'm going to be okay if you don't come to my chat. Don't bring politics in here. And I know, like I said, it is some people's lives. They live for it. They live for it. They live for it. They'll sit there and say they hate somebody, and they talk about them 24/7. They go to sleep, dream about them, wake up. And I suspect it's probably a problem that they have that they're transposing from their childhood. But to me, I haven't thought about a politician until today for probably a week or so. So I'm not. It's okay. It's okay. But now we're gonna we can get back to like stuff like sexy bang bang. Sexy bang bang, you poontang. I can't really play the hair metal stuff too much. I really wished I could get into it more. Let me see if I could play. It's always got to be uplifting. David, wake up, David. Can you help me? Back to our program scale. Let's see. Oh no, and I think the pole vault project is always a little darker stuff, you know. Ronald McDonald Foot. I got that the other day. And it costs $5. Chris, this costs $5. I went and picked it up on Facebook Marketplace. I was looking and they had it in the guitars, and I'm like, what in the hell? What in the hell? You know, and I got it for $5. Now there was Sunshine thought it was a bad idea. Sunshine thought it was a bad idea. Sunshine. Sunshine thought it was a bad idea to go and get Ronald's foot. See you later, David. See you next time. Sunshine. You were wrong about Ronald. Sunshine. Ronald McDonald's foot went far. We had to go pick it up in your car. It cost $5 to buy it. It was sitting outside on the front porch. They told me to leave the $5 under the welcome mat. Come back, come back, come back. I got some cowbell around here. I don't know what the hell. I knew you were coming off. I knew you were coming off. That does it. I'll put it on there. It's gonna fucking fall off one of these days, right when I'm doing something great. I'm gonna be like, and then the volume knob's gonna come off right as I'm going. You gotta, it's better when you go. I know the pieces fit. I know, 'cause I watched them fall away. Hey Jorge, what's up, buddy? It's gonna be okay. But with Duffy, I'll be able to go back to just like singing and throwing in some rhythm guitar. Let Duffy handle all the grit. It'll be fine. It will be fine. I gotta go camping today. I'm gonna go camping today. And she feels it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. We're standing alone, yeah. Where the dogs can find her. Got time to wait for tomorrow. Now I'm going camping down at Lavon. Down Lavon. Lavon would be the answer. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this. So I was down at Lake Lavon the other day, and it's not really the country that much. And I saw a fucking deer. A deer running around at freaking Lake Lavon. Like, what are you doing here, deer? And then I said, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Where the dogs can find the deer. Got time. I don't like you. There you go. There you go. Got time to take for tomorrow. Is it gonna be Bigfoot out there? Ooh. That song is based on a true event. Big. Let's see. Bigfoot song. Bigfoot song. Bigfoot, he has big hands. Get this up here. Bigfoot, he has big hands. He runs through the countryside, across the lands. Bigfoot has big hands. You know what they say about big hands? Do you know what they say about big hands? Big hands means big gloves. He comes to you with all his love. All his love. Big hands for Bigfoot. I took a look through the trees. There he was, looking back at me. God, it's kind of hard after a while. Yeah, that's right. And there he stood, 8 foot tall. He had no hair on his wiener, so I could see his balls. Bigfoot, big hands, big balls. The taller he stood, the harder he falls. Hey, Bigfoot. Hey, what do you do with those feet of yours? He said, I buy big shoes. There's nothing I can do. Big feet, big shoes, big hands is all that he understands. So run through the night. Everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, yeah. Bigfoot, take a look inside your sea. We're all big feet running through the trees, looking back at me. Bigfoot, Bigfoot. That was a song about man's inner struggle with life and the cereal we eat. The cereal that we eat. The cereal that we eat. I kind of like this Jackson. I don't know, man. Some like Smashing Pumpkin kind of sound there. I love running through the days. I fly so far away. I love Jackson's and running in the sun today. I love peanut butter. I love the way we play. And I love the sun on my face when we try to hide away. If Bigfoot had wings, I'd watch him fly. Big wood in the sky, dropping Bigfoot droppings in my eyes. Look up what I see. Look up what I see. Look up to what I see. Bigfoot flying over me. Bigfoot is giving me a golden shower. He flies higher and higher by the hour. Gary Hubbs, he has no peanut butter. I guess he'll look for some in Regina. Fly away, yeah. Fly away, but do not fly so high to the sun. Your wings will melt, Bigfoot. Your wings will melt like it always does for Icarus. Do not fly so high. You will die, Bigfoot. Fly high, fly high as the sun will let you. On a hot day, you know I love you. So here's the thing, Ghost Rider. What I did is I got this thing called a Helicon TC, and I can do like really cool stuff. See, here's the thing, Ghost Rider. So I need some like backup singers, backup singers, backup singers, backup singers, backup singers. I need some backup singers. Woo, backup singers. Choo choo, choo choo. What was that song? She's coming. Oh, she's coming on that midnight train to Georgia. On the midnight train to Georgia. She's coming. She's never going back home. Going back home. Woo woo. So you can do that kind of stuff. And then I like, so we have the effects level over here on this side. I can do like Riders on the Storm. Riders on the Storm. See, here, I'm going to try to go the same voice all the way. Riders on the storm. 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 Into this world we're thrown. Into this house we're born. And then, and like I said, we had the backup over here, Riders on the storm. 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 Riders, 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 riders. And then over here on the mixing board, I have what is called a Soundcraft EFX 8. And we'll get a quick look at that real quick for all these educational purposes and stuff. See, cut it out. Stop. Okay. There is the TC Helicon. Okay. There you go. That feeds over into one of the channels where I got my guitar and stuff. This is, you see where I got guitar, CPU, synthesizer, effects, and the mic over here. I got 2 mics, but, and it got it set up over there. Blah, 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 blah. And then that reads over and comes over into, which is boom, 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 pa, pa. There's some beatbox. Okay, that's all my beatbox for you. But that goes over into Elisa's 4. Elisa's 4. And that's so I can do a USB interface because everybody likes it in her face. And the EFX 8. So this is basically what I'm looking at when I'm streaming to y'all. And this is my voice effects. So yeah. And this I think that's pretty. Oh wait. You got. I don't think this is really. What's it? No, you can't see it. See. Oh God, I hate to pull on that. Let's see. There's a mess down there, but it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Down in the floor, yeah. But down on the floor, I have 2 racks of pedals. That yeah, the dark corners look great. Yeah, where there's like guitars and trumpets and stuff. Did you see my trumpets over there? Did you see my trumpets over there? That's where I can play St. Patrick's Day, you know. Ghost Rider, I think most everybody plays jazz. Yes, trumpets. I got I mean, y'all have heard my music, right? Oh, can't you see? Some people like to fill the world with silly love songs. I look around me and I see it isn't so. Oh no. Some people like to fill the world with silly love songs. I'd like to know what's wrong with that. Here we go again. I love you. St. Patrick's Day, Pookie. That was a kazoo solo. I got so much shit up here. I got dude, I got some like really banging kazoos. Check this shit. Check that shit out. It's in there too. It is a Zingazoo. Zingazoo. And this is like very, very, very old. It's a very old kazoo. Very old kazoo. It's, you know, it's like breaking out the vintage shit, man. You know? It's okay. It's okay. It is. So this is from like the 1920s. Okay. And this is actually what I do play a lot of Alanis Morissette on. It is a 100-year-old kazoo. Yes, it is made of bakelite. It would probably not have made it. Now I do. There's so much. You know, you gotta have. Now this right here, we have tons of flutes here. We have tons of flutes. We have tons of flutes. Okay. But and I mean I got recorders. We're gonna go. We're gonna do that. Let's see. Okay, we got 20 minutes in. I gotta get ready to go camping, so I can't go too far off into it. But y'all may not know this, but my wife plays flute. And I mean, she plays like the fancy fucking. She was first chair in like high school, and in concert flute, blah 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 blah. But here's the thing, it would be cool to. But here we go. And I use this a lot more than you would think in my music. But it's usually something like. The fucking end part. And believe me, I don't play the flute. So there it is. There it is. Now my wife she would be yelling at me, "You're doing it wrong." So, but you got a small recorder that I can lay on my desk, and I've showed I show like a lot of things, like when I'm recording pole vault. I know it sounds like some of my music is like digitally manufactured and stuff. It's all real instruments. Now, I mean, but you got to remember, I've got instruments like this laying around. Okay, I got freaking insane freaking, and I use this more than you'd think. Okay, I got these all over. I've got so many instruments in my studio that I'll never play. I mean, you can see up behind me right here, there's a dulcimer. I got auto harps in here. I've got 40 guitars in here, acoustics, 12 strings, clean fenders to like classic BC Riches. Is this it? I don't think this is the clarinet. This is like a bugle, I think. A bugle. This is a clarinet. No, it's not a clarinet. This is a trumpet. Do I smoke? Are you looking at me? Look at that. I like to fill the world with silly love songs. Okay. But, so the thing is what you got to remember on all of this, okay? You're like, wow, dude, like, you're not playing this all crazy. My dogs think you're cuckoo. Yay, St. Patrick's Day! St. Patrick's Day! Yeah. So, and here's the thing. Let's see, y'all can hear a song that I'm working on that will probably be out this week. It's called Come Down. And the thing is Sunshine has not put her part into this yet, so you'll hear it without Sunshine. Okay? Now you hear the stereo division in this. Maybe. And the Pope. Now here's one thing that you're going to hear in this. In the left ear, I'm doing something like, ooh. That by itself is annoying. Okay. Now I put a vibrato to it, which will make it go, ooh. That's in the left ear. Over on the right ear, I've got me going, like some of that throat music shit, all right? But you don't hear that. Your brain hears it, but you don't hear it in this music. Sometimes I come round. I can see the sound. So there's a lot going on here. But I really don't think it comes across on YouTube very well. I think this time on the album it'll come across on like the surround sound. listen, in the left ear, I've got echo of the lyrics.
Pull me down.
In the right ear, I have an exaggerated reverb.
It's been so long.
That should go into one sound in your mind in the middle if you got it mixed right.
Feet on the ground.
But you don't know it's coming from the left and right stereos unless I tell you, but because it sounds like it's one sound. Yeah, YouTube does compress it out.
Won't you come down and see me?
And there's so much. So that was played on my new guitar. And there's weird shit. So, also, there's just like a track where I'm going when it says, "Why don't you come down and see me sometime?" Well, I made another track where I'm singing to myself and I'm like, "Come down and see me sometime," and whisper, echo, like this. Come down and see me sometime. That's in the back of "Come down and see me sometime," and you get that total effect, and then you can come back with, like in the background and stretch the time where he's like, "Come back and see me sometime," but I only catch the last word of the said sentence and go, "Time." But you take that down to a lower level, a lower layer, to where it stretches it out. Yeah, weird shit from pole vault. It's going, and that's what you stretch your voice. So I stretch out the voice, but I put it in a layer where it's like, wow, was that his voice going sometime? How did it go in? So what it is to give it a fade out that could not really be possible with a human voice. To go from to having this, to doing a breathy like toy, which gives. And what it is in pole vault music, you'll hear it a lot. There's a contrast between, okay, the time, when I say time, sometime, we would hear that as a strong, like, like a strong masculine, like overbearing time, like some Frank Sinatra shit, okay? But then in the background, you put the whispering, like breathy, which gives the appearance of, tiredness or weak. You're tired or weak or vulnerable underneath the strong. It's all. I put way too much. Believe me, I put like way too much freaking, thought into this crap. And there, I do sometimes put in like some messages of like I remember in the Eclipse album I made. So the guy in the Eclipse album was dead, but he didn't know it. Which was part of the storyline, and a bunch of people don't know this, but the pole vault albums are a storyline and they connect together. So there was a character in the pole vault storyline that was passed away, but he was singing because he didn't know he'd passed away. He was singing all this stuff about how he wished he had done this and this and this and this, and he was going to do this and this and this. It was all the things that he was going to do in his life, you know, and he was looking at his life and saying, I'm going to do all these things. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm going to do all these things. But in the background, I had hidden the message where he says, I'm dead. He was dead, thinking, which would not be revealed until the next album, that he was going to do all these cool things. Yeah. That was his name. That was his name. His name was him, because I never gave him a name. And even the videos had the ghost woman succubus lady who was seducing the him character, was Fisher. And it was hidden all through the videos, and I didn't think anybody was watching. And then one day I was like, so I'm fisting to release the name of the lady that's in in like my videos. And that creep Chad Freeman was like, it's Fisher. I was like, what the hell? He's like, it's wrote on the tombstones. Her name is wrote on her tombstone. I'm like, oh man. I thought I hit it a little better than that, but it's all been weird. That's one thing. The pole vault, my pole vault albums is stuck into this character and storytelling thing. I would say TDN, the TDN band, they're stuck into this heavy drugs in the band name, and that was I can say I get influence from so many yeah, I had to do that, Chris. I'm fixing to have to go get my grill ready in 5 minutes. But you know, it's always cool. And I'm gonna tell you what, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell everybody again. I told them last night, listen, do not drink and drive today. Do not drink and drive. Get a freaking Uber. And that includes you, Pookie. Pokey's probably out there doing the hard stuff today, doing donuts backwards. Do not do backwards donuts in your car while doing heavy drugs. No, but do not drink and drive. Do not drink and drive. Let's see. You can't have any Pepsi today. That would be a nice day to have a Pepsi. I hope you have a great day, Pookie. You should have a Pepsi. And the thing is, let me tell you what. I've gotten DWIs before. Back when I was 21 years old. Let me tell you right now. If they'd had Ubers back then, I wouldn't have got them. But I will tell you, they had taxis, but taxis cost a whole lot. Oh, God, Dustin. It's 4th of July. It's 4th of July. I mean, I didn't even tell y'all the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Before I got distracted. So the story went, my great 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 grandfather knew George Washington, and everybody's like, when they first told me, I was like, I think that's bullshit. They're like, no, no, your great 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 grandfather was a redcoat, and they promised to give him a general, to make him a general when he came to battle the United States, or what it wasn't the United States back then. He was just coming to kick George Washington's ass, and the colonizer, all the colony people or whatever, pilgrims, hey pilgrim, and they told him they would make him a general. So he sent word back, and he was like, "Look, I'm over here, and y'all haven't made me a general." And they said, "Shut up, ancient pole vault. Shut up and get over there and do what we told you. Fight." Okay. Well, he was like, "Y'all told me y'all would make me general." And they're like, "We told you to shut up." Well, my great 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 grandfather went to George Washington and said, "Hey, would you make me a general?" And he knew George Washington from back over, across the pond. He's like, "Hey, George, you know me. You know I'm good for it, man." He's like, "Will you make me a general?" He's like, "Dude, you got some balls. You coming up in here with red coat, coming over in here and asking me that shit. But why would I make you a general?" And he was like, "Because if you make me a general, I'm going to show you how to wipe out half the redcoats." He was like, George Washington was like, "Okay, dude, that's pretty cool, General Vault." And General Vault said, "They're right over here. They're right over here. They're coming in over here." And George Washington annihilated them. The end. Yes, he did fight for his right to party. So that's how long the pole vault family's been here. You know, no, what? No, pilgrims. That was Columbus and all that shit. No, my family didn't come over with like Columbus or nothing. He was a redcoat. But here's something. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nothing's real, dude. Nothing's real. Also, as we told my son when he joined the military, the stripper doesn't love you. The stripper, the stripper doesn't love you. The stripper doesn't love you. My son's in the military. Um, and if you're watching today, Chris, we love you. Be careful. You be cool. We're going to go get camping, Dustin. And like I said, don't drive. Y'all don't drive. I love y'all. Be safe. I got to go get my stuff together. We're going to have a barbecue. I'll see y'all later. Yay!